Hey guys, welcome in. Welcome in. If you're new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you when I'm talking to them, may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the past, present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave the rest behind. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. All right, y'all. Take two. I've already laid the oracles out because I just kind of wanted to get a pulse of a different story, um, or at least see if I can pull a different story. What it looks like here, collective, it kind of looks like in the current energy, things may be falling into place for you. Um, things may be falling into place for you. I do feel that it is connected. Like the reason why things are kind of falling into place is because you've chosen to eliminate certain people. Now, I said in the last reading that right now the themes that are playing out in the collective are our relationship patterns, the way we engage in relationships, how we show up, how we allow other people to show up, and kind of the cycles that we find ourselves in. I feel like once you made a choice, a conscious choice, to stop trying to be the cleanup crew in other people's lives, your life started to kind of even out. Things started to make sense for you. In the recent past, you have closed out a cycle with, this could have been a past karmic cycle that you've been involved in. This could be related to any one of your relationships. Again, this does not have to be romantic. I do have the soulmates card out here, but it's in the reverse. And aligning with that energy is regeneration in the reverse. So if there is a situation from your past that is tugging on your energy, just know that there's no energy that supports any kind of do-over or second chance. Okay, so if that's something that's heavily on your mind, you're worried about somebody coming back because we got these retrogrades going on, I wouldn't really put a whole lot of thought into it. If you know that there's no energy that supports a reconciliation, you do not need to be worried about them resurfacing. Okay. I've actually mentioned this to a couple of my last clients that before, and this is why it's really crucial for you to use your discernment and be very clear about your intentions and the type of relationships that you are wanting to be involved in. Doesn't matter the nature of the relationship, any relationship. The thing that's going to be very important, I just lost my total train of thought. The thing that's going to be very important for you, though, is recognizing that you've already passed that threshold. You've already broken this, you've broken the chain. If you were bound by chains to a certain individual, a certain situation, you've already broken that cycle. You've broken the chains. Now, here's the other thing. You should have already made up your mind about this person or situation before they enter back into the scene. And the reason why this portion of our story is so important is because should they return, if you're already very clear about where you stand with that person, it's not going to make a difference what they say, what they do. It's not going to make a difference because you would have already made up your mind. It came up in in my last few client readings. It's collective energy. Anybody that's following me, getting personal reads, sometimes the personal reads really do come out loud like our general readings because the energy is collective and we're all experiencing it to varying degrees. The thing about this is that it kept coming up in the last, I want to say my last 3 days worth of readings with clients. The energy that kept showing up was being at that crossroad. Like some of y'all have been in a space of, it felt very mentally challenging because You know, some of y'all are still waiting for some certain truth to be revealed to you before you actually make up your mind. Because we've talked about that before. Like, something may be revealed to you, and as soon as you hear this information, that will be, for some, that's going to be the exact thing you need to just be done, right? The problem with the way people receive that energy and information is that some of y'all are still waiting. Waiting is almost like a runner chaser energy. You're waiting on something to happen, which in essence stagnates you because you're sitting still. Yes, you tell yourself in your mind that you're still going about your life, right? But you subconsciously are waiting for some truth to be revealed. You're waiting to know the answers. You're waiting for the truth before I make up my mind that I do not want to deal with you anymore. And that's not how this is supposed to go. If you are very clear that you're done with this person. And this is a reason why I tell even my client readings, I'm like, my readings do reach into the future a little bit. However, some clients have told me within days of receiving their reading, that things started happening almost immediately. A lot of that has to do with your mindset and where you are on your journey that determines the timing. The more that you can surrender and just allow things to do whatever they're going to do, good, bad, ugly, whatever. You're not worried about an outcome. You've already made up your mind how you want to proceed, and nothing that anybody can do or say is going to sway you or change your mind. That's when the shit actually starts to like roll through. Okay. So it's going to be really important that you not be in the energy of waiting for some truth to come out or whatever. Cause I also had a thought earlier too, when I was reading an email, and I was actually reading an email that I had sent to someone, and I had commented about how I was a little bit, this idea has popped into my head a couple of times and I wasn't really sure how to interpret it. So I'm not actually sure if, because I have been talking about like there's certain truths that are being exposed or released, but I was very unclear about the source of where this information was coming from. Was it coming from somebody outside of the collective? In some readings, yes, it has been somebody completely separate outside of the situation that comes in to say whatever they need to say. For others, I wasn't entirely sure if some of this information that was being unearthed, is it coming from the collective? Is it us that is pronouncing the truth? Are we exposing something by just, doing ourselves? Are we exposing a certain level of truth that kind of brings everything crashing down? It could play out for different people in different ways, okay? That was something I needed to talk about. But it feels like, right, what I'm seeing right here is your life started to balance out. Things started falling into place because you've extracted yourself from a particular situation. You've broken the cycle. You've learned all the lessons. You are no longer on that hamster wheel. And going into the future, whoever this person is that you have walked away from, they're going to be very unhappy when they come to you requesting some type of assistance and you reject it or turn them down. Okay, I just want you to know that they're going to be very unhappy. I don't think you care, but they're going to be unhappy. Okay. I think you have been in the energy of, and I think it, like I said, it may have taken you a little while to get here, but I kind of feel like you made a decision to walk away from this relationship. It is connected to your past. You decided to stop giving to it because you were doing all of the giving, right? And I do believe that by you taking a few steps back and actually looking at it from a more elevated perspective, you started to kind of understand exactly what you were dealing with, and you had a higher perspective of the relationship dynamic, how you showed up, how they showed up. You could actually see all of the connected parts. And then you got to a place where you were no longer afraid to just kind of step outside of tradition. If you have walked away from a parental figure or your family, I'm sure that was heavily frowned upon. Um, but this feels very much like you were not afraid to kind of go your own way and march to the beat of your own drum. And while it may not make other people happy, this in this situation no longer lives rent free in your head. It's out of your hands. You don't even care. Okay. Now I see in the fears and concerns area. I'm gonna read this two different ways. I do have the energy of someone is potentially kind of concerned about going towards the future, not really sure about what the future holds. So I am getting a little bit of fear of the unknown. Um, but on top of the fear of the unknown, someone is also really struggling with the idea that you are not a part of their future, that you will not be a part of their future. Part of their blockage is the fact that they may be trying to use the law of attraction to manifest you back. But here's the thing. They want to manifest you back. I feel like they're trying to manifest some type. I said this in the last, I want to say the last two readings. Somebody here is trying to manifest some type of reconciliation. But the thing is that they don't really have any intentions of trying to build the foundation with you. It's almost like they want to just have you back in their life, but they don't want to do any of the actual participation in the relationship, which is kind of weird for me. And what they need to release, it feels very much like they need to be, number one, they need to learn how to be honest with themselves, because part of the lesson and what they need to release, part of their lesson is stop being a damn liar. Stop being a liar. Stop being a liar. Somebody here has been wearing a mask, wears a mask, kind of doesn't want to take it off. They kind of feel like nobody can see what's underneath it. I think the mask is either falling off, has fallen off, has cracked, and people are now kind of seeing what's underneath it. So even with them wearing the mask, they still can't really hide who they are. It's just not working. And I'm also getting this, and this is really interesting because I had never actually seen this before on my board. But if this person is parading around as someone of God, somebody who works on behalf of God, somebody who kind of pretends to be somebody very spiritual or very, very in touch with God, that's not actually the case. Literally, that's not actually the case. And the best course of action, I'm kind of giggling because I've actually seen these cards before in this space. The best course of action for this person is if they want some type of reconciliation with you, they don't have any say in how it happens, how soon it happens, how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. They don't really have any say, and they don't really have any control over it, and they just have to know how to go with the flow. They're just going to have to go with whatever they're being served right now. And so if they're struggling, then they're just going to have to struggle, and they're going to be struggling on their own and very unhappy because you will not be there to assist them through. Okay. So there's that. Let's use this deck. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to not take those cards. None of those flipped over. Oh, yes. Okay, remember I said, when you stop playing cleanup, fix up, your life started to fall into place. You have someone here who is, and this person, what's interesting is this person, I think I said in the last reading, somebody was lying about the nature of why your relationship broke down. People don't, you didn't have to say anything or do anything. I do believe that this person kind of exposed themselves just based on the fact that this person likes to run their mouth. This is giving me know-it-all energy. Somebody who thinks they know everything. They don't really know shit. They're spreading rumors and gossip. And it's funny because they're watching you as you walk away, they're stalking your socials. They are, digging into your life because they've been trying to figure out ways to further, because I am getting the energy here that somebody here they've been spreading lies about you like the whole time you've been gone, right? And I feel like collective, I just got a download, and it just from this one card. I find this very interesting though. Whoever this person is, I think you also hold some of their secrets. You hold their secrets, and it's so weird. This is a very weird energy for me, because I feel like you've kept their secrets. They have secrets. You know what those secrets are, and you've held them very closely. You've not discussed them. You don't talk about them. You know what you know. You don't share it with anybody, right? The whole time this person has been stabbing you in the back, all while you hold on to their secrets. I want you to sit with that just for a little bit. Literally, when you decided to take your hands off of this situation, honestly, there's really nothing for you to do here, because whatever is coming out now, they're doing it to themselves. They've done it to themselves. So whatever ending that has taken place between you, regeneration in the reverse with soulmates in the reverse, it is largely due to some things that they have said or some things that they have done. And you still maintain their secrets, even though you may have parted ways. That shows a lot of restraint and class, child class. Yep. This person only, okay, now here's the thing. The person that you were dealing with, they really only, the relationship dynamic has been very uneven. I feel like you were probably the equilibrium that kind of kept the relationship from being kind of topsy-turvy, whether it's just your presence or whatever you were doing. And I feel like you were giving a lot of yourself to this person. I also feel like this person, you know what? I feel like you got some type of calling, like, yeah. You got some type of calling to move away from this dynamic, because I said it here. It's like you broke the cycle, and you've learned everything you need to learn, so you don't need to keep on going with it. It was appropriate for you to pull back, because I do feel like you were doing nothing but giving and giving and giving. And honestly, and not only were you giving, you were giving. You may have even been the kind of person who gives like in a way where you're not just giving on like giving items or time or anything like that. You're also giving knowledge and information. But this is God. It feels like this is God. You saw through the confusion and you just followed God. Like you followed God towards your abundance, towards an abundant life. And so even though you may have had a bunch of different options in front of you and a bunch of different avenues that you could have decided to take, you chose the right one. Remember, I've been saying, I'm like, God makes that call all the time. You actually chose to answer the call. Not everybody does. Mm-hmm. Yes. They're gonna be upset because you're not gonna make yourself yes, you're not gonna make yourself available to help them anymore. Because you're starting to recognize, or you've recognized You feel a lot more balanced without this person. Whatever it is that you're working on, you are also keeping it very quiet. I just heard heavy is the head that wears the crown. It's like you're keeping your head down. You're focused on your goals and you are keeping them very quiet. Continue to do so. Continue to do so. Yes. This person just wanted you to blindly, whoever this is that we're talking about, wanted you to just blindly give to them while they withheld from you. They chose other chaotic ass things to give to, not you. Mm-hmm. I also feel like this person, this definitely could be a family dynamic or could be related to some type of family situation. This feels very much like, again, you're not doing anything to be involved with this person. You're not getting reconnected to, because I do feel like if you were to connect with this person again, all it would do was put an extra burden on your plate, like something that you don't even need, something that's not. I absolutely feel like you've been divinely guided away from this situation, because I feel like this person, for the sake of being connected to your family, they just wanted, this feels, I'm using all different cards, but I'm kind of getting the same energy signature from the last read, even though I'm doing a whole different spread, different cards and everything. But if this was a family dynamic, and by you pulling away from it, you may have also recognized that they were putting a little bit more on. When I say more on your plate, I don't mean good food. They were putting more on your plate than really needed to be there. They were making their problems your problems, and you just took them on because you thought maybe that was something that you were supposed to do. Mm-mm. Nope. Here's the thing. Here's the truth. And this is the truth that actually severs or ends a relationship or ends lies. Maybe this is you not being afraid to tell the truth, to end a lie or to end something, and that's what makes somebody unhappy. Hmm. Oh yes. And I feel like this is gives me an energy of like somebody who may have wanted, like, okay, so you ended the relationship or you severed ties, whatever you did, like you ghosted them, you went no contact, whatever, right? You've already broken the cycle, so the cycle is over. But I do feel like there's some energy here of somebody potentially taking some action to slow down your progress, or to, if not to slow down your progress specifically, is to slow down the permanent ending of the bond or relationship between you. It's like trying to keep you bound by loyalty. It's really hard to be loyal to people who prove themselves to be disloyal to you, right? Yeah, it's almost like somebody saying, "Hey, and even though I'm telling you there's no energy here that supports any kind of reconciliation, so don't even trip. But this almost feels like somebody wanting to come in and say, "Hey, let's let bygones be bygones." Let's kind of, it gives me the energy of like sweeping something under the rug. It's like, let's not focus on the past. Let's just, move forward from here. We're not going to, think too far out into the future, but let's just try to like make this work. Child, no, because it's manipulation. Yes, this is literally two cards right here. Let me come in and start this new relationship with you. But the two cards on the outside of them is literally meant to slow you down. You're trying to close this up and be done with it, and they're literally trying to slow you down. Uh-huh. They're trying to slow you down. What I think I said in the last reading, it felt like a destiny swap. That's kind of what this looks like to me. It's almost like somebody here trying to, like, literally somebody here trying to take your place, wanting to be in charge, wanting to be a leader, wanting to be seen as somebody that's, that's an authority figure. It's like somebody wanting to be seen as an authority figure. But again, it's like somebody who thinks they know it all and they don't really know shit, because this guy right here don't know shit. Doesn't know anything, and it definitely is not a leader. And up here, I'm like, you're not afraid to do things a little unorthodox outside of the box, right? You're not trying to be viewed as a leader or anything like that. I don't get the impression that you're trying to like lead people or be in charge or any of that. This person, however, thinks that that's what you want or that's where you're trying to go and that's where they're trying to be. You're not even, this is weird. This is a weird energy. This is a weird energy. And I could also look at this too as somebody who is really impulsive to take action. They spin a bunch of confusion and lies in order to kind of confuse people from seeing what and who they really are. But I do not get the impression that this person has the ability to lead anyone. They're worried that I do feel like this person is worried that if they come into you, remember I said they're like they're struggling thinking about a future that does not include you, and I do feel like this person, they're worried that you're going to reject them. I do feel like this energy kind of comes across to me like love bombing with like excess, like lots of emotions. I don't want to be alone. I can't be without you. Um they're worried about rejection. What did I say? Part of their blockage is they're trying to manifest you back. They're trying to manifest some type of reconciliation. The judgment card again. They're trying to manifest some type of reconciliation, but they have no actual, number one, they don't have any intentions of putting in any of the effort or work into the relationship. They also don't intend on taking any responsibility for the downfall of why it's fallen apart in the first place. Eh. I said they need to tell the truth. They need to tell the truth. This person acts like they're supposed to be some kind of like religious person, religious being, spiritual, whatever, and that's literally not who they are. So it could be somebody who, like it kind of comes across as a little bit of a Bible thumper. Like, so, we have that battle between the spiritual folk and the religious folks, and um I got a whole conversation just about that. I had to block somebody, a friend of mine actually, on my socials because he's a pastor and he made a post um, about 8 months ago, and he was kind of talking about like the terms of like spirit and the universe and things like that, and it came across really negatively, and it came across as really judgy, and I kind of feel like for somebody who is religious, or I don't want to say passing themselves off, but for somebody who's supposed to be walking with God, I kind of think it goes against God to put down someone else's beliefs that do not match your own. Like, I'm not going to shade you or shame you for rocking however you rock, right? That's your business. Your relationship with God is your relationship with God, but to dictate to other people how they should manage their relationship with God, I think that's wrong. This person kind of passes themselves off as being, you know, religious, spiritual, whatever, and they're not that person. That's not who this person is. And they need literally to go touch some grass and tell the truth. They need to tell the truth. They need to really go within, get with God, and tell the truth. And really, part of the lesson of the entire thing was, it's kind of like their lesson here was to be able to go within and really see what's important, what someone should be holding on to. Cause I mean, I don't necessarily see it here, but I'm thinking about previous readings and the same energy has shown up. It's almost as if this person kind of chose, this feels like somebody choosing money, or choosing, like, they're praising money and worshiping money, or trying to hold on to resources and finances, when really the happiness that they were looking for, or the fulfillment that they were looking for, they should have gone within. Wow. Wow. Collective, I don't know if this is you, because remember I said here part of the best course of action was, like, if there was to be some kind of reconciliation, somebody's going to have to learn how to be very flexible in the way it's carried out. They don't get to control this situation. I feel like whoever we're talking about, this is somebody who, because I think this came up in the last two readings, this particular card. This is somebody here who has historically always been well received and well respected by the community, your family, or whatever. But I get the impression that this person, while they may have had some type of spiritual insight, I do believe that whoever we're talking about is also dealing with a very antiquated set of like rules or laws, or just the way things are done. Like, this person is really rooted in a very old way of doing things, and this is how it's always been done. That's what I'm hearing. This is how it's always been done, right? But this person isn't really understanding the need of for flexibility, like literally, because if they want to rebuild the relationship, okay, now this is telling me there are other people involved. And this may be for them, not so much for you, but it's kind of like, they, even if they wanted to reconcile with people, they can't expect everybody to get on board with them because they want it done a certain kind of way. Like, that's just unreasonable, and that's not going to happen. um I kind of feel like this person is going to be really, really upset when you finally speak your truth, if you have not already done so. They're not going to be happy because this feels like bad news. And even though, and I kind of do feel like if these people, all these other people that were involved, if they wanted to be back in a part of your life, although I'm just based on what I see here, I don't actually see that happening. I don't see any kind of reconciliation. I don't get a reconciliation energy on this board at all. The people that may have been involved are trying to figure out how to put the pieces back together. This person is really upset because they're not necessarily getting what they want. It's not quite going the way that they expected things to go. They may feel very stagnant. Um, and I feel like you, collective, you have a very healthy understanding of what's taking place. You have a very healthy understanding of how you feel about it. Um, they're not going to be very happy with anything you have to say, though. I can tell you that. But all the people that are feeling left out in the cold, they all had a hand in putting themselves out there. I'm gonna just put that out there. They all had a hand in it. You find great support and love in your friendships. The people around you provide warmth and belonging. So that may be a byproduct of you having removed yourself from this situation. And on their end, somebody may be feeling uncertain about their safety and security. External events may be shaking their foundation. Somebody may be overly cautious, missing valuable opportunities, or they've underestimated risks causing setbacks. Carefully reassess the situation. Yeah, because this is the opposite message. So I definitely have a clear sense of you and a clear sense of them. Your financial situation may be finding some security right now. It's bringing you material rewards and a sense of security. We like it. Yes. You may have had some you may have some new ideas or something new that's inspiring you. You are protecting it. You're keeping it very, very close. I also get the impression here that you may be working alone. Yeah, I get the impression here you at one point, it's kind of like I said, you broke the cycle, right? You broke the cycle from this old situation, this old life that made you feel, kind of discombobulated. And at one point, you may have felt very unmotivated. You may have felt, you may have had a really hard time kind of seeing like the light at the end of the tunnel. And I do feel like you were challenged to really go within to figure out, okay, what is it that I'm looking for? What is it that I want? What is it that I need to be happy? Which made it that much easier for you to kind of move away from this situation. Yeah, it's like here's the thing, this person wants you to keep on, like I said, they're not going to be really happy when it comes to the fact that they're going to need help. You're not going to give it to them. You're not going to give it to them. Oh, that's the night. I don't know why I thought this was 8. They're trying to slow you down. I'm telling you, they're just trying to slow you down. I just heard the odds are stacked up against you. They've been trying to slow you down since the beginning. Mm-hmm. This part, oh, yes. Okay. Okay. So let me tell you. This is the energy for me where somebody here made a decision, and I feel like what they were trying to do, they wanted to keep you destabilized. They wanted they wanted your emotions to be like all over the place. So they probably really capitalized the most off of the times when you were like really sad, when you were like in this really low, dense, heavy energy. That's when I feel like they chose to come after you because they wanted to further create a dynamic that just, I'm kind of seeing my mind's eye like kind of like an earthquake simulator, and like you start seeing things like falling off the walls and things shifting off the table. It's like they wanted you to constantly be in this energy of just, you can't seem to get your footing. They were attacking your stability. They were attacking your stability. They were trying, it's kind of like in my mind's eye, I'm seeing somebody like, kind of think of it like Jenga. But the way that I'm seeing it, it's like people stack. It's like you've got this, you're kind of walking with a big old plate on your head, and people are just stacking these, instead of taking anything off, they're just stacking things up higher and higher and higher and higher. And it almost feels as though it was really meant to just, it was meant to make you crack, is what I heard. Mm. I'm saying they're just trying to keep you stuck. I'm seeing it in three different places. And it's because you finally found yourself in a space where you're stable on your own. The fruits of your labor finally starting to materialize, new opportunities coming towards you. And this person here, okay, now this energy almost looks like, I think I've talked about this maybe, I don't know, a few months ago, where like if there had been an opportunity that was, there may have been an opportunity here that was meant for you, they literally have been trying to prevent you from getting it. Prevent this opportunity from coming to you. They've been trying to backstab you because they wanted it for themselves, along with the other people that they were dealing with. Hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. I said they're kind of worried about a future without you. The Tower and the Six of Swords. They're literally worried about you moving on and not taking them with you. Wow. And part of their blockage here is the fact that they have been trying to use either dark magic or manipulation. And it's their magic or manipulation that has predominantly kept them on the outside. That's the reason why they're on the outside. Because they wouldn't tell a lot. They were not telling the truth. Yes, literally, they what they need to release the truth. Mm-hmm. I said they've been trying to pass themselves off as some type of spiritual leader or whatever, right? And they're not. And what they need to release is literally the truth that they're not that person. Listen. And the lesson of it all is that their lies have literally made everybody walk away from them. People walking away from them because who wants to be around a whole ass liar? And now they're not happy. So that's part of the lesson here. If you're a liar, a whole ass liar, and people start to find out the truth, they're going to walk away because nobody wants to deal with a liar. Oh, yes. This person's ego really did a number on them. This person, see, here's the thing, because I did say, like, if they wanted to reconcile with you, they have to just kind of go with the flow, like, regardless of whatever happens, whatever you say, right? This person made a mistake. They let their ego get in the way. Remember, I said this is how it's always been done. This is what they know, and it's always been done this way. I've always, whatever, right? But this person has always been a liar as well. They operate out of their ego. And they made a mistake. I feel like they chose to align themselves with these people over choosing their connection with you. Like I said, I don't know who this person is to you, and I'm not gonna genderize or even talk about the court cards that I have here. But I do have a set of counterparts. Like I said, I do believe whoever this person is, they are a soulmate. They are a soulmate, but again, soulmates are not always romantic in nature. I feel like I have to remind folks of that. But this person chose wrong. They chose the wrong people to align with. Could be a man or could be a woman, because I have the Queen of Swords here in the reverse. And the King of Cups out here in the reverse. But I feel like this person chose to be in alliance with these other people that help they all put themselves on the outside. Everybody that listened to this person, you eliminated your relationship with all of them. Oh well. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some What's the Tea cards. I haven't used this deck in a minute. What's the tea? My house smells so good. I'm making soup. It's raining outside. Somebody may be moving or may have to move. Somebody caught a case, sexual infection, sexual disease, or rash. So absolutely stay away from an ex if they come back. Don't do it, okay? I do have somebody here watching you from fake accounts, fake social media accounts, spying on your Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And you're ignoring it all. If you already are aware of it, you're ignoring it. You don't care. This person may be haunted by flashbacks and memories, even haunted by the side effects of trauma, or maybe they were hoping that you be haunted by the side effects of trauma that they've inflicted. Their ego is bruised, child. Their ego is bruised. And that's what's getting in the way of this relationship. Somebody here may have married for money. Somebody here is stalking you, obsessed. And you may have finally just reflected on the fact that this person that you've been dealing with ain't shit. Somebody's children may be at risk of being taken. Child services may be involved in their lives, or they may have tried to involve child services in your life. Somebody here tries to steal your ideas, copy your work, or duplicate off of you. I just see all these cards of you being uninterested. Somebody here may be a broke ass, or they were trying to hoping that you would be a broke ass. And like I said, if they come in, they're only coming in to slow you down. This is a dirty offer. So pay attention. Pay attention, okay? Somebody's looking you up, researching you. They're a divination abuser, so somebody could be getting readings on you. They lie. They never have facts. They make shit up. They lie. They may be lying about your work or whatever it is that you do for work. You're over here making it rain. You're focused on getting your money, and these people are just groupies. You've already moved on. Thank you. Next. Somebody here may be dealing with some legal issues. They may also be carless or have car issues, no car, or a repossession. Your light your light irritates their demons. They're pissed off that you're rejecting them, but this person really only wanted to come into cock block, and you're too busy winning and they're too busy wasting their time. So they're stuck in a cycle of not changing and being very limited while you're running away from the situation. Yeah. Yup. All right. I can smell the food, so that means it must be almost done. So let's get one Chinese 5 elements, and then I'll do a stack of index cards, and then we'll wrap. Earth Monkey, you can move mountains. I like it. This card highlights the power of sheer will and determination to make the impossible possible. Believe in yourself and be bold in your actions to achieve the impossible. Your trust in the higher power has helped strengthen your connection to the divine each time you're encountered with challenges and setbacks. There may be detours and periods of quiet in your journey, but you know that the only way forward is to courageously experience life's twists and turns. Trust in the spirit within to help you discern what's real and remove that which doesn't serve your purpose. Enrich your skill sets by turning missteps into lessons learned. You have the ability to move mountains as long as you persevere in doing the work. All right, let's grab a stack of index cards. Ooh. Somebody's lies are coming to the surface. Somebody's made some foolish mistakes. You now have clarity over the situation. Somebody will protect your honor. So you may have somebody out there defending you. We have fake friends out here. You may have blocked a bunch of people. Somebody needs a lawyer. You keep people second guessing. A Sagittarius may be significant. Somebody's losing material comfort. Somebody thought they could get away with it. There's a failed attempt and empty victory. Your neighbor or neighbors could be involved. Somebody feels left behind. You are divinely guided to choose expansion. Somebody here is a false mentor, gives bad advice on purpose. Somebody tried to sabotage your relationship. Somebody acted foolishly in haste. Maybe intense chemistry or attraction for you or you towards somebody else. A Pisces may be of significance. Cousins or family friends may be of significance. Somebody lies on the kids to them or about them. Somebody has regrets for what they've done. Somebody is experiencing bad luck. Somebody uses cruelty masked as tough love. Everything is backfiring. Somebody has no discipline. Somebody could be potentially facing homelessness. They know that you don't need them. And finally, the month of April may be of significance, or you could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. So we have Aries, Taurus, Pisces, Sagittarius. Somebody may need a lawyer. Cousins or family friends may be of significance. And fake friends. Somebody may also be unemployed, losing a job, and or a business. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation of your own situation, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get this in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. I've also decided, because the rate of the growth has been so much, it was appropriate to do them every 500 new subscribers. Now I got to do it every 1,000 because, child, the giveaway readings were kind of taking over my calendar. So when I hit the 13,000, what I will do is, and we're very, very close. I mean, close. Like we're close. At recording time, we are at 12,744 subscribers. Yay. Thank you guys so much for supporting my work. When we get to 13,000 subscribers, what I will do is, and every 1,000 after that, I will do a giveaway. But when I do the giveaways, I'll give away um, three. I'll do three at a time. So each time we hit a new 1,000, I will I will do a giveaway, and I will pick three winners, and then we'll just kind of go from there. All right. Um, I can't believe these numbers. I honestly feel like we're gonna hit 15,000 by my birthday. My birthday's in April, so towards the end of the month. So if we can hit 15,000 by my birthday, that would just, because I'm like, okay, if the goal is 25,000 for this year, which I think is doable, I think it's doable at the rate where we're growing. What do you think? Yeah. All right. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting my work and for being a part of my soul tribe. Continue to support each other in these comments. Um, I don't even know what to say. I'm kind of, this number is like big. I never even imagined that it would get this big so soon. I'm really stoked. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day, evening, weekend, and or year, whenever you happen to catch this, as all of my readings are timeless. If I do lapse in between readings, you can always go back about 6 to 8 months and anything in between for readings that you may have missed, because my readings do tend to reach out into the future just a little bit. So if you go back into the archives, you may find some titles back there that resonate more for you now in the present. All right. I love you guys so much. Take care till next time. Tomorrow I have openings tomorrow. So I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. All right. Take care. Bye.